Hello everyone. This is the presentation of Module 2, Understanding the Operation of the e-platform, the BYOD platform as we will be calling it. My name is Eleni Halkiadaki and I'm here on behalf of Skybridge Partners. Just a few words of what we will be reviewing today, what I will be showing and explaining to you. We will follow the registration and sign-in process in the platform, how you can set your account, enroll in courses, in available courses on the platform already, and how to navigate them. So that will be the first part of my presentation. Later on we will see how any of you can become a course creator. This will be the longer part of our presentation today, following by an overview of the structure of a course which already exists in the platform, either want to create it, as well as the process of uploading of a course on the BYOD platform via the studio, a separate platform on top of the one we already have available. And finally, in the third part of these presentations, we hope we will gain an understanding in depth of the platform capacities as well as what it offers. So let's start and try to explore the BYOD learning environment, the BYOD platform. The easiest way to do it, of course, is going online. So if we have the link available, and I recommend you type it in your browser and try to follow me during this presentation. I have it already available, so I'm just going to switch to my browser and show you the platform. So this is the actual platform. This is where you will land once you type the link I've just shown you on your browser, and this is the landing page of the platform. We are going to review the key features of the learning platform, following by the registration process. So what we see once we are here are two main buttons, the register and the sign-in buttons. We are able to explore the available courses at this point. We can just scroll down and we'll see 8 courses already available. So let's try and register. This is necessary for us to create an account. So let's say I have not used this platform before, it's my first time here. I will need to enter my email address, and I would rather be careful what email address am I using, so I will be consistent on this later on trying to sign in. I will enter my full name. Okay, just as an example here. For example, the public username. Now this will be different than the one above. I will just be careful that I don't leave empty spaces. Okay, so for example, I do it like this, or just letters, it doesn't matter as long as I don't leave empty spaces between the letters. A password. And as I don't have the option to retype my password to confirm it, I'm being very careful when I type it in. It's better if you save it somewhere so you have all your credentials available next time you are requested to sign in. There is a drop-down menu following where you can choose the country of your residence. All countries are available, and if you like, you can click on this box and actually support education research by providing additional information. You can select your gender, your year of birth, highest level of education completed, and tell us why you're interested in BYOD. Okay, for example. and you click on create the account. Now in my case, since I have done this before, I will just go back, but if you do it, then you're informed that an activation link has been sent to the email you have used to register. So you just go to your mailbox, check the spam in case it has ended there. Just click on the link you will be provided so that you can activate your account, and you will be back here. Now in my case, I will go back. Since I have my credentials, I will try to sign in. They have been stored already, so I will just sign in. Now the first time you do it, you will have by default a simple user account, and just a few tips like we said before: remember your email and password, your credentials, activate your account, and then you are able to enroll to the course of your preference. If there are more as well, that's also welcome. So if we go back, here are the courses. In my case, and keep this in mind, if you have visited various courses, they will all appear in the on the home page. So I advise you go to the courses section, pick a course. So here you can find the main basic information about the course, which has been inserted here by the course creator. So you can find some basic information describing the course. You can learn things about the course, the requirement, the course staff, and some frequently asked questions. Now another thing you might want to do once you sign in is to set your account. This might be important in case you want to follow a course which is not in English, which by default the platform appears. So if you go back to the course sections and you want to filter the courses which are available, and you use the filter language, you might see that there are courses in Bulgarian, Spanish, English, and Greek. And if I pick the Greek one, and for instance I don't speak any English, I would just go to my account, and again in the language menu I will search for the Greek language, pick it, and the same way I can choose the country of residence, etc., etc. Now for the purpose of these presentations, I will go back to English so that we don't have letters appearing in Greek. And it's being saved automatically. There are other functionalities as well. You can take your time and explore the account settings and personalize your account. Now we're reviewing the filters of the courses, and you might notice that there are more than one. So for example, you can explore the available courses on the platform via the language criteria or the category as they are depicted here, and as we can see online, and you can do it at the same time with me. Okay, so here is the language menu, the course type, the partner, and the category. I think the category and the language criteria are the most handy ones. Okay, now moving on to the next slide, we can, as we started doing it, we can pick a course, review its content, enroll, and later navigate all the training material that has been uploaded there. So if we take the first one available here, I will just choose a course in the English language. Okay, as before, we saw the basic information about the course. We are going to view the course. In my case, I have been already enrolled in this course, but you would have to click on this button, which would say enroll, and do so. Now, once we open the course, by default, the structure appears this way. We can click and expand all available units, or collapse all and have it all in under the the first section that has been released here. We should go through the structure as it appears, one by one. Since it's the first time, we can simply click on the Start Course button, and the uploaded video which appears here is available. We can navigate either from the menu here. So once we complete this video, we'll be allowed to move on to the next one. We can go back where we started.
Media. Επειδή η διάμεσος είναι που βάζουμε όλους τους μισθούς σε αύξουσα σειρά, ακολουθία, και πάρουμε το μεσαίο, δηλαδή περίπου 50% των υπαλλήλων.
Okay, we'll pause the video now. There are lessons where there is additional information, like here, for example. You are able to download any additional materials, view them online, save them on your computer locally. This additional help for the available courses. Okay, let's say now I want to go back to the course. I can jump to any part of the structure I like. I can choose the one of my preference. For example, here we see 3 videos of different length on the same topic, so I can pick the one that fits me better. We may observe that there is more information for the same course as to when the course has started. If there is a timeline as to when it ends, it might appear here as well. And there are more tabs available for the course. Now let's go and review the rest of the tabs which are available on the platform for each course separately. So there is a discussion forum. You can use that one in order to add a post, start a discussion with other course participants, or even ask questions the course instructors. If the course instructors have chosen to add their email address via functionality I'm going to be showing you later on, then a student who is enrolled in the course may write a question and ask the course instructor directly. They can make a post there and initiate a discussion, and so other students who participate in the course may be involved as well. So it's a classical forum, this one. Now be mindful that what we view here is what you will be seeing if you decide to become a course instructor. Now if I'm a learner, I will be able to see these 4 available tasks. Mainly I will be using the course and the discussion tabs. Okay, so that's all for now regarding the registration process on the platform and navigation on the course itself. We will go back to the home page, and if any questions, I will be available here to answer them. Thank you. Hello again. This is the second part of the presentation. In this part we will be talking about the process for you to become a course creator, and we will go through the process of structuring our course in the Studio MOOC, as well as uploading our training materials in the same location. So just briefly, based on our project aims, teachers are empowered to design and create their own video courses using Studio MOOC. With Studio Mode you can create and upload your course content, making it accessible to anyone at any time and any place via any device. And by saying device, this might be your mobile phone, your laptop, or your desktop. You may become a course creator in the BYOD-E-Learning platform and host your teaching material in our database as long as you are a school teacher. So if you're a school teacher and you wish to upload your courses on the BYOD platform, you should click on the link here available, the one we have previously provided. If not registered on the BYOD platform already, please do so as we explained in the first part of this presentation, and sign in. So here we are in the environment of the platform. I have signed in, as you can see on the top right screen. And what I want to do now is to visit the BYOD Teachers section. This is something that becomes visible once someone has already signed in. I will go here and find all the available information and which I need, either to find instructions on how to create my training materials in the first place. So there are detailed instructions here for me to learn how to create my own videos, training materials. And once I have my training materials available, I will go through the instructions here. It's a two-steps process for me to become a course creator. So the first thing I'm going to do, the first step I'm going to take, is to fill in the course creator form. Okay, I will click here. It will pop up on a different in a different window, the course creator form. And just a heads up, the processing of personal data will be in line with the general data protection regulations. I will scroll down and fill in the required information in each box. It's a very simple process. It will take just a few minutes. Some fields are mandatory, indicated by the red asterisk on the right side of the each box title. And once I'm done, I will submit my application, and all the provided information will be processed, and my application will be granted or declined in the studio within 48 hours. So that's it. I'm going to close this window, and once I've done that, I will follow the next step, step number 2. I will access the course authoring tool and request to become a course creator. Now, before we move on to this link, and before you start creating your own course in the BYOD platform, you can also again you can come back actually here when you do it in your own time and review the guidelines available on the platform as well. So essentially the process we're going to describe here with this presentation are also available on the BYOD platform. So just for you to know, and I'm going to click on the course authoring tool to request to become a course creator. So basically I will be transferred to the studio environment. I will use the credentials I've used to register on the BYOD platform, and with the same credentials, if I sign out, I will sign in. And the first thing I will see on the studio, if it's the first time I sign in ever, I will see a window saying, including the information, becoming a course creator in Studio. I will click on it, and a window will pop up saying, including a button which writes, request the ability to create courses. I will click on that button, and basically I will have sent a request to the consortium team, which will be processed and evaluated within 48 hours. Now For the presentation shake, I have been granted access, and my request has been granted, so I have become a course creator in the studio. Let's see how we proceed. 48 hours have passed. Now I'm here in the studio environment, and I click on the new course button. I will have to populate some fields here. There are just 4. I will type in my course name. Can be anything, can be geometry, can be volume. In my case, I will just type in test course C1. Now for the organization name field, I will be extra careful. It should write the project short name exactly BYOD. If anything else, then my course will not be released on the BYOD platform, so I should be very careful with this one. Now the course number, this is a unique identifying code. There's no convention applicable here, and an example of what we can write can be Math 1, can be Math 7, it's geometry, for example, just for me to remember. And the course run field should be populated with something that it briefly describes the course duration. Could be first semester, it could be 2023 semester 1, as I like. Once I'm done with this field, I will just hit the create button, and it will allow me in the environment of my course. I will just click again now here on the double dot icon here for me to find my course. In my case, I can see all available courses in the studio. In your case, you will be able to see your course. You'll find it here. You will click on it. Okay, I can see my course as I've named it, with all 4 fields requiring the information. Now I'm able to see here. I will just click on it, and now I'm finally in the environment of my own course. Okay, I can double check on the top left screen. And the first thing I can do, and the only thing I can do at this point actually, is hit the new section button. And I start creating my course structure. Here is the structure we mentioned before, and I need to name it, so I know what I find where and what I upload where. This section, if I click on the gray pencil icon, can be renamed. Let's say I create a course which covers the duration of 1 week teaching period, and later on I want to add more lessons. I will name it week 1. Okay, this is my section, and it will always be followed by a subsection. This should be lesson 1. And if there is a second lesson later on, I will call it lesson 2. And if there's a third one, same goes here. Lesson 2, I click outside, it takes it, and the same here. Now, for us not to get confused, I will just delete them. And if I click my week, I can see that I can even have a new section for my second week of teaching. And the same goes here. I can add subsections, rename them, etc., etc. Now I'm going to delete the entire second week. I will open my first week, and I'm just going to leave it with lesson 1 and see how we can populate that. So here with the section named as week 1, subsection named as lesson 1, and I'm going to add a new unit, the first unit for this lesson, and this is where we essentially are going to upload our training material, whatever that may be. If it's a video, the first component we are going to add, it would be wise if I name the unit with the video title. Now it's up to you to name your video. Here I will just name it video 1, and I will start with uploading my training material. And this is where I can do it inside the unit category. If it's going to be a video, I will pick the visuals icon. I'm going to choose video, of course. And this is what I'm going to edit to end up with the training material of my choice. Okay, I'm going to click on the edit pencil icon again. So at this point, as we said previously, I should have my training material in place. If it's a video, it should be uploaded on YouTube. Okay, here as an example, I have the video I want to upload. I will just copy the URL and paste it here. And that's all I'm going to do, and I'm going to click on the save button. Now I see a new video, and of course I can change it again. If I've done a mistake, I can go and change the URL, save it. So this is my video. Keep in mind that while uploading your video on the YouTube, you should make it either public or unlisted for it to appear on the platform. If I want to make additional change, I'm always able to go back to any unit, section, subsections and do so. I can rename them as I wish. Here, if I want, for example, to add subtitles for my video, I will go to the advanced settings. If I want to add subtitles, first I will indicate in which language my subtitles are. I'll just choose something random here, and I will click on the upload. It's the basic, uploading process. I will just cancel it here. But my subtitles should be in an SRT file format. Okay, I will click upload and I will save it. Now, for example, if I scroll down, I can see that I still have the option to upload additional training materials within the same environment, under the same unit category, the first unit of my week 1. So we are still inside the environment where we have uploaded our video, and for instance, I have available a PDF which I would like to upload here for it to accompany my video. So again, this is where I'm going to upload my training materials. I will choose again visuals, and this time instead of video I will choose PDF. It is this simple. I will click again on edit as I did for my video. And I will need to copy paste here my PDF URL. Now I will need to take you back, because before we upload our PDF, before we link it here, we need to upload it. Now how we are going to do this, just not to confuse you, I will only duplicate the window I was before, so we are in the same location. I will go into the content drop down menu. I will choose files and uploads, and here I will click on browse my computer. Let's say this is the PDF file I want to upload. I will click on it, I will open it, and of course their option is always to drag and drop my file. I find this one safer. I will just open it. I did it just previously, so this is the list where my files, my uploaded files appear. I will click on the studio because it's the studio where I want to paste it, and I go back to the environment I was just before. This is the PDF box. I will click on the edit. Here I will paste the PDF URL, and I will click save. Now I have available the PDF material as well as a handout. Or if I want, I can even click here, go to the advanced settings and upload it from this option. This might take a minute because it's a heavy file. Okay, it has been uploaded. I click on save, and just below my video I find a click. I can download my handout. It leads me to the file. I can download it on my computer. I just can go back and see again my video. Okay, two different ways, and I keep on adding as many items as I like, but it's always better if I create a new unit for each training material I want to upload. Now I go back. This is the course path. It's week first, lesson 1, video 1, so it's the section, subsection and unit, and that's the basic structure of any course we might want to create in the studio. Now I might notice that there is an orange color next to my lesson box. So why that appears there, it means that we have recently made changes which have not been published, and we want to do that in order to finalize our change. So I'm going to hit the publish button icon. Again, the orange color disappears, means whatever we've done here is finalized. Doesn't mean that I can always go back and change anything I like. And when I release my course, and that's something we'll see in a few moments, any change I've made here will be updated on the platform as well, but we'll see this into detail a bit later. Now something, just a tip, something minor we can also do. Let's say I have two different files here, and I might want to provide some instructions to my students how to navigate in the course. Let's say I want to just add a guideline. Okay, I can name this as guideline. Save it. So now the title has changed. I can go back to edit. Okay, and write my guideline, for example. Okay, I click on save. Now if this is a guideline, of course I would like to see it appearing on top of my screen, so when one first enters can see it. Now that's very simple, because I can rearrange the structure of my files here, my training materials. Again, I drag to reorder, so I drag and take it on the top, and it shows me that I can leave it here. Now when I enter my unit, I'll just go back to make it more understandable. Of course I just made a change. Now the orange color is back. I enter my unit and I see the guideline, I see my video, the handout is below, and my PDF. I go back to my lesson, I publish my changes, and I'm done. That's it. That's how I structure, arrange, name my sections, subsections and units, and how I upload my training materials. Now I'll make a pause here for any questions you might have. Hello. This is the third part of my presentation. Now in this part we're going to review the schedule and details section. We will learn how to introduce our course, and we will review some basic platform functionalities useful for you once you have uploaded your course on the platform. Now to get started, I will go directly on the studio. I will click on the top left screen so I can go back to the course outline as I left it previously. Basically as I left it previously, with the only difference that I have added one more week here, meaning one more section. Everything has been published, but my course of course remain only in the studio. It has not been released on the platform. And now let's see how we can change that. We first need to finalize our course, so I'm going to visit the schedule and detail section. And basically here I'm going to schedule my course as to when it's going to be visible on the platform and add all the necessary details for it to be considered final. I will start with the course pacing section. I will click on the self-paced. Now once I made the first change, the orange color appeared again. I'm requested to save my changes. I can do it now, or I can wait, and when I'm done with all the changes I need to make here, I can click save changes for all my changes all together. Now I've clicked the self-paced, and that means, or I need to do that, I need to tick this category so that the learning material is altogether accessible and not bit by bit. I will move on to the course schedule. Now I see it has been set a future date here. So in 2030, 19th of September, this course will appear on the platform. Of course I want it this year, so I'm going to change it to 23, 19th of September. Even if it's a past date, that's fine, because the course will be released on the platform. And I'm going to set the same date for the enrollment start date. Both need to be set, the start course date as well as the enrollment start date, for my course to become available, visible in the course catalog on the platform. Saying the course catalog, I mean this one here. Now important, pick the course language so that it appears in the course catalog filtered by the language criterion. There is a long list of languages here. I assume that my course is meant to be published in English, so I'm going to leave the English option selected. And I will scroll down, moving to the introducing your source section. It would be nice to add some basic information here to describe my course, and type in a proper, longer description of my course here. And once I'm done with that, I can also add the course requirements. Now that's optional, but if, for example, I've specified my course for students who are for instance already familiar with basic terminology in some specific field and so on, then this is the right place to mention it. I scroll a bit more lower, and I find the staff section. Now this is where I should provide information about the course instructor. Okay, I assume myself as the course instructor. In this case, I've typed here my name. I can change it, I can type it again. And in the box below, I should enter a short bio of the course instructor. You can type it, you can copy paste it. And it would be nice to have a profile picture of the course instructor. It will make the course it will actually help to personalize the course. Now finally, there is the frequently asked questions section. This is also optional, and of course it is on an ongoing basis, so if something comes up in the future, you can always come here, add and insert a new question and the answer. Now by default I will remove the additional box. By default the question set is what web browser should I use, and it's recommended to use Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Internet Explorer or Safari. Now in this section here you can add a course card image. This is strongly recommended. It will make your course appearing a lot nicer on the course catalog on the platform. And just note that the only format supported are the format of JPEG or PNG. You can always upload a course introduction video. This is optional. Further requirements are also optional. And what is important is that the course content license we are using in this platform. Now if I unclick here, if this is not click on the Creative Commons, because that license we are using, it's the non-commercial and no derivatives, the specifications for our platform, and that means that the materials cannot be used by other individuals to make profit or change the content. Other than that, it's freely accessible by anyone to review the content, and any training materials can be downloaded, saved locally, and etc., as we have previously said. Now, by saying that, we have finalized the schedule and details sections. All necessary changes have been described and done in our case. So now I'm going to save my changes. Okay, I'm done. I can see the green color and the notification that my changes have been saved. Now my course should be finally available on the platform, on the BYOD platform. Now, since I'm signed in, if I want to view the course catalog, I should click on the course sections as I just did. And previously we had 8 courses, now I see 9. And of course the one without any course picture is the one we have just uploaded, so that's the missing step here. I'm going to click on the course. Now this is the about page of the course, the information we have added up to this point. I'm going to view the course, and this is the structure we have prepared and is available here. If I'm going, for example, back to the outline of the course, and I'm going to add one more week, after a few minutes this will be available on the platform as well. So let's check this later. Now by default, when I open, when I'm in the course tab, the first section always appears open, so we can take a look on the section structure. So it's the section, the subsection, and the unit containing the actual training material. So here we are with the guideline, the video, and the PDF materials, as well as the handout right below the video. We have described a bit the structure of a course in the first part of this presentation. Now here I'm going to show you some additional functionalities of the platform, considering that you're not a student but a course creator. So we are viewing the platform as staff, not a learner. Okay, we can see that we have access to additional tabs here, and it's the instructor tab we are mostly interested. I've just enrolled in this course, so I can see the number of the enrolled students. Again, there's no enrollment for this project, but it's just for us to know how many people have actually viewed our course and have enrolled in it, so they are interested in following the training materials. So there is the bulk email functionality. If I go to the instructor tab and I click on email, I can send an email either to learners, to staff and administrators, or myself. For a test, I would just click myself first, type the email subject, type in my message, and then send the email. It's always advisable that you send first one to yourself. Now, if you want to invite and enroll learners to a specific course, and of course now we have access to just one course, we're not dealing with learners of other courses. Now, if just for this one course we want to send to invite and enroll learners, we go to the instructor tab, to membership, and here we read badge enrollment. So we can list the email addresses we have available. So if I have the email addresses provided to me by my students, I will either type them, and I will be careful to type them vertically. So I will go on this way, and I will add up to 20 emails, one under the other. When I'm ready, I can click to enroll, and my students will receive an email notification asked to join the platform. Of course, they will first have to register if they haven't done so, and then they will be able to access your course. But most importantly, they will become aware that the course is available on the platform. If they are expecting mail and they haven't received it, of course it's advisable that they should check their spam emails in case they believe they have not received the automated email. Finally, as we have described here in the first part of the presentation, in case we want to have a learning facilitator, so if I want to make a post and ask a question to my teacher, you should enter the your email and details in the course management tab. By choosing the option add staff. Now, with this piece of information, we can conclude the third part of the presentation. Now you know how to create your course, publish it, and how to review the basic functionalities on the platform. I will make again a pause here for any questions you may have. Thank you. Hello. This is the fourth and final part of today's presentation, and it concerns the Beyond platform capacity. So basically we will explain why we've chosen this platform for the Beyond project. So exploring the Beyond platform capacities, I would like to start mentioning that this platform allows the registration, open access and remote participation of a large number of participants simultaneously. It can support a large-scale interactive participation, combining traditional course materials with audiovisual content and providing user forums that help build a community consisting of learners, instructors and teaching assistants. The platform promotes micro-learning as it allows the trainee to show progress efficiently in short time frames. And finally, it supports a learner-centered training model that promotes the creation of this active and stimulating Beyond learning community. Now, to go further, the learning platform used for the purposes of the BYOD MOOC is an open edX, and below we've listed its features. So it's an open source learning platform. It's designed for the MOOC world of online and self-paced learning. It caters nicely to large-scale audiences. It has interactive forums and discussion boards. It works on any device, as we have previously explained. It offers interactive content with adaptive video streaming, and it provides intelligent, learner-centric analytics to help instructors understand how learners engage with course material. Now, if we go back to the modularity and micro-learning approach in order to explain it a bit more, of course it's linked to the structure we have been creating on the studio. So the course is structured in a modular manner and is organized in sections. And as sections we mean weeks, and subsections meaning lessons. This is in line with the new relative micro-learning concept. With micro-learning, the content is broken down into bite-sized pieces of learning material. So instead of long hour lectures, the BYOD course is built up of many bite-sized components of short videos. It's advised to be maximum 10 minutes long, but it's up to the instructor to determine for how long this should last. And of course additional materials in downloadable format. We've described the bulk email functionality, and here we will detail that this promotes the communication intention for the project. So the BYOD instructor has the capability to reach all the platform users, learners or staff through the bulk email functionality. So upon successful submission, a message informing that the email was sent is displayed, meaning on the platform tab we have chosen, on the instructor tab we described in the previous part of this presentation. The email body can be formatted, of course, and managed through the BYOD easy-to-use text editor. Quite similar to the one in the studio while addressing, for example, information for our course about page. Just to give an example. Now for this platform, we should mention that it has been pilot tested extensively. So it was tested both by BYOD teachers, many of them parts of the consortium team, and that is considered as the internal evaluation, and end users, and those were students. There were more than 90 students who were asked and accessed and evaluated the platform we have presented today. So here are two diagrams of the feedback both teachers and students internally and externally have provided. Just to give you some information about the teachers, they all have been collected, of course, all information requested. So for example, in the question for how many of years of experience in teaching you have, we had 11 responses, and 72% of them they had more than 10 years of experience, and the rest they have 6 up to 10 years of experience in teaching. And that's regarding the teacher's profile. So when it comes to students' profile, among other questions they were asked was to insert the school name where they are a student, and we gave examples and they have replied accordingly. And there was a large number of schools, but also a high variety of them. Now that was useful information in terms of research alongside with running the project and materialized it. So throughout the pilot phase, several improvements of the platform were proposed by the external experts, which were prioritized accordingly to potential for usability improvements and implemented by the technical team of Skybridge and the consortium, of course. Now let's move on to the analytics which are available via this platform. So each time a learner or any participant, anybody registered in the platform interacts with the BYOD platform, relevant data records are created in the BYOD platform data storage system. Now, in addition, the following reports can be downloaded in the form of CSV files through a dedicated data download page accessible only to staff members. Essentially, those reports are the profile of users, including full name, email, preferred language, country, year of birth, gender, and etc., and students' progress. These reports are available for download through a web link generated in the platform. And to keep students' data secure, these web links cannot be saved or emailed, and copies of links expire within 5 minutes. And of course, all this data are collected according to the services and privacy policy that has been reviewed and agreed upon registration on the platform, and they are not used outside of the framework of this project. So some references on the last slide, and that was all. Thank you very much for your attention. If any further questions, I will be happy to answer them. Thank you.